I wish. 6:46 in the evening. Already effing it up. And I'm going to do the Hatchet, which is pretty much the axe on hard mode. So the Hatchet is a weapon that is on every class in the game. All 4 classes have a subclass that has the Hatchet, and it's quite an interesting weapon. And I mentioned that it's the axe on hard mode because they share a lot of similarities. Obviously, all one-handers share the same moveset, but also in terms of efficiency, as the Hatchet can also two-shot every class in the game, I think, with a special combined with a heavy overhead. It hits harder than all of the one-handed swords, that's for sure, but it's just very, very short. So I'm going to use what I think is the most potent class with the Hatchet, and that would be the Ambusher. Give me 1 second to shut my door, so no unwanted noise comes in. Alright, so just to show you, this weapon is on every class. The Archer with the longbow. You also have the Ambusher on the Vanguard. You have the Pullman. Not the Man-at-Arms, not the Engineer. And the Guardian. So, just to confirm it. And of course, the Ambusher, alongside having 2 of them, also has the 7 throwing knives and the damage bonus. And it is also the Ambusher's hardest hitting weapon, pound for pound. The dagger can hit a little bit harder with things like special backstabs, but overall the Hatchet is going to be hitting a lot harder. Now this is a very interesting weapon. It is very easy to bully most people that are going to try to use this thing against you because it is ridiculously short. A lot of times when someone's fighting me with this thing, I'm constantly backing away, and it forces them to either respect my range game or do heavy riposte to try to chase me down. So I'll try to show you how you can use this thing to your benefit. And as you can see, this thing hits quite hard. That was a regular overhead on a footman that did 64 damage. This thing does do chop damage, so it's getting a damage bonus versus knights and the footmen's. Look at that damage. It's kind of funny to me. I find the damage it does quite humorous. And even though it's short, doesn't mean you have to constantly let people bully you. You can do the bullying. Wow, that dude to my left completely threw me off my game. I thought he was going to hit me, which is why I didn't finish that guy off. But yeah, in my opinion, this is a more fun version of the axe because it's just harder. I like challenge. And as you can see, this thing does not play with those numbers. So don't let its pathetic range fool you. Now it is an axe, so stabbing probably shouldn't be your thing. More so slashes and overhead should be. Right there, perfect example of that thing's pathetic range. The axe is pretty much the same weapon, but just longer and a bit harder hitting. The Hatchet really is just a downgraded version of the axe. It's just also a tad bit faster, but is it really worth the sacrifice in range? Who knows? So I'll try to get some backstabs on people so you can see the numbers this thing can hit people for with the Ambusher's damage bonus. Nice try. COVID took Grandma. Oh, what a horrible name. Okay. You playing? Since this is the middle of the day, these free-for-all matches should be full. And unfortunately, I didn't realize it also meant full of freaking archers. This is going to be quite an interesting hour. But yeah, hand already, huh? Even if they're archers, I wouldn't vote to kick. Look at this. Oh man, it's incredible. Ooh, interesting teleport. It has one of my favorite special attacks in the game. That diagonal... What the front door?
Let me become a memory.
That diagonal slam. It's very easy to hit people with this thing, even with a shorter weapon. I know the last video I did was the throwing mallet, and that thing is taking short to a new level. But the Hatchet is definitely a much more efficient weapon. It is a one-hander, so people will fear you. Nope, read that feint. Can't counter a slash. And look at that, just like I said, it can two-shot every class in the game. Heavy overheads and the special attack, I believe, do the same damage, actually. So that was a backstab right there. Yeah, you really want to go after me? And there's the Dude, we're right here with the 200 spear. Oh, that felt good. That felt really nice. I was gonna say, I even did a regular one. Okay. So yeah, this is a weapon that... Ooh, Chillin' Dylan, good player. This is a weapon that you can demand respect from if you know what to do. But you have to know how to close the gap. That's the biggest weakness of this thing. Its range is just really, really bad. So you gotta be careful in your riposte, depending on the weapon, how the person's playing. Because a lot of people with really long-range weapons, like this guy with full hammer, I mean, he's making no efforts to back away from me. That's an overhead, sir. Yeah, I'm mostly going to be in third person for this video, probably, just because this is a very full free-for-all, pretty much maximum capacity. But you'll see, this is a pretty proficient weapon. And it's certainly a fun one. If you like challenge, then use the Hatchet, as I will constantly mention, it's just a harder version of the axe. And it hits a little bit weaker, but it's still hitting harder than all of the one-handed swords. Ironically, it is among the hardest hitting one-handed weapons. The Hatchet, the axe, the Warhammer, some of the ones off the top of my head. The shovel's a two-hander. I'm talking about one-handers. It can savage people equally, so the fact that it's so accessible to every class is pretty nice. And those damage bonuses is where you really notice the ambusher coming into play. Because the numbers this thing can hit everyone for on a backstab are... well, they're gross. Hitting someone with a 90 damage regular overhead, that's that quick, that's that easy to land so long as you're close, it's nasty. This isn't too much of a feared weapon, though, because it's just so dang short. I'm going, I know, back-to-back with really short weapons, but I cannot mention it enough. You'll notice, maybe you'll notice, that I will probably end up whiffing a couple of attacks. And it's easier for me to gauge my range in third person here. And I don't use the ambusher throwing knives too much. Oh my god, he blocked my jab. I hate that nonsense. I did not mean to jump. Just check the closet. They're all in there. They're in there in the bottom drawer. Yeah, but it's quite a fun weapon to use. I don't use the ambusher a lot, so forgive me if you're seeing a complete lack of throwing knife value here. But I don't really use this class too much, except if I want to use the dagger. Even still, I feel dirtier using the throwing knives than, say, a longbow. Ouchie! Yeah, so the special and the heavy overheads do the same damage, so 2 heavy overheads, 2 specials, whatever, both of them in tandem, they're two-shotting every class in the game. I wear all of them, but I mean, just take whichever ones. I only need like 2 or 3. It is an axe, so try not to ever stab at this thing, as the stabs do no damage. Yeah, I know. Oh, okay. Chivalry. Yeah, you're gonna be noticing me whipping out this special a lot, because that was weird. Because it's very easy to use. It's my favorite special in the game, for sure. And it's a great way to apply the pressure. Ah, shoot. Again, though, as a short weapon, if you're surrounded by a lot of long two-handers, you gotta really play their game. It's not the weapon you want to be surrounded with. When you're surrounded, that's when you'll realize that you want the axe more than the hatchet. I didn't even hear that guy. The audio on this map is so effed. The audio on this map is really screwed. Because I do a lot of overheads too and not slashes, it's going to be extra hard for me to deal with people who really know what they're doing, like this greatsword player. Because as an axe, you shouldn't really be stabbing with this thing ever. This guy plays weird. You have to press another button, dude.
That hurt like the
There's an overhead and a stab option, so that cannot happen to you. So that won't happen to you. Yeah, really though, this plays pretty much similar to that throwing mallet that I did. Except it's a bit more serious of a weapon. Okay, this dude looks like he's trying to freaking cheese me. What are you doing? No, get out of here. Yeah, get ready for people to try to dodge around you and stuff. Because they understand just how measly of a weapon this can be. That's gonna hurt, yeah. So be very patient. You gotta be careful using these short weapons. Because any mistake can lead to you getting whiff punished with relative ease. Look at that, 92 damage for a basic overhead. Because I was behind him. Another reason why I like that special so much is a lot of people think it's a slash. To the inexperienced person, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I don't want to be here. Jesus. Yeah, to the inexperienced person, they might see that as a slash and go for a counter slash and eat nonsense. They will eat trash for it. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ, I hate fighting at spawn. Look behind you, you idiot!
That hurt like the devil!
Yo, you're still chasing me? Good job. I don't even know who killed him. You can't be that tunnel vision. Oh god. This is why you only play free-for-alls early in the morning when they're not completely full. A full free-for-all leads to nothing but archers.
Your wife provided.
Even still, though, I wouldn't kick an archer. Nice. People teaming, though. That's a different scenario. And, of course, the rare cheater. God, can you imagine this game was infested with legitimate cheaters alongside all of its other issues?
The leader requires only 20 more victories.
What are you doing, sir? There is a time and a place for first person on this thing. Okay. I shouldn't play exclusively in one POV. I should show you both.
Holy show!
Because of course these are supposed to be pseudo-guides. Again, I won't be using the throwing knives too much. And like any short weapon, especially every weapon that the ambusher has, use jabs as a crucial part of your moveset. You'll notice I'm pretty much playing this identical to the throwing mallet, but it's just a lot more efficient than the throwing mallet. Whoa, you're pressing buttons. You saw that? He did a slash, feint into jab against the air. That dude pressed a lot of buttons really fast. I'm sure I won't get kicked out of a free-for-all like this too, because I'm using a pretty fair weapon, I'd say. Nothing wrong with a hatchet user.
Well.
No. Oh, how fun. Yeah, when you're in a 2v or 1v more than one person, you gotta really be careful with how you play. But this is a decent weapon. Overall, you can use this weapon in any mode. Team objective, free-for-all, 1v1s, it's an all-around good weapon. But it is a secondary. I guess that's its biggest drawback, is that it plays like a secondary. What the hell is this? This looks sus. Oh yeah, because they are teaming, unfortunately. Free-for-all, and I like Parasite too. What a shame.
The leader needs only 10 more.
Ready for 2 slashes? No, you can't play like that with the Executioner's Axe. It's way too slow to be doing those buffered
That hurt
strikes.
like the devil.
Man, this is quickly becoming Chivalry Medieval Warfare with the people that are teaming in this game mode. Dude, you're not good. You're not good enough. Aw, he is good enough. I will try to cope with the weird behavior and the full capacity free-for-all and demonstrate this thing in its true power, as it is a very potent weapon, as I'm sure you've already gathered. Hits hard, just demands a lot of patience from the user at times. I mean, when in doubt, just turn off your brain, too. Well, there's your throwing knife value. That guy made no effort to dodge out of the way. And again, the reason why I consider this the most potent, the Hatchet the most potent on this specific class, is the throwing knives alongside the damage bonus. On every other class, it's a secondary, while the Ambusher only gets secondary weapons, pretty much. I mean, just look at the fear it instills as a one-hander.
3 more kills, and the leader is
Oh man, have
victorious!
fun. It's like he's invisible.
The kill leader is near victory!
And look at how hard it hits people. It kind of... I find it really funny just how hard it hits for what it is. Because when I think of Hatchet, I think of a survivalist weapon, you know? Something you use when you're stuck in the forest after your plane crash and you're one of the sole survivors. The axe is more the weapon I assume is going to be an amazing offensive tool. But the Hatchet is equally good. As I said, it hits harder than all of the one-handed swords. It hits harder than the falchion. I think even its base damage is harder. Although maybe I'm mistaken on that front, but certainly with its damage bonus, it's hitting harder.
How is the form?
Yeah, you'll notice me doing pretty similar combos pretty much throughout this whole hour. Because, unfortunately, one-handed weapons, they all share the same moveset. It does one-shot archers from behind with heavy overheads or special attacks. So it does get the instigating archer complement on the ambusher. With other classes, though, you won't be doing that with this thing. You'll be two-shotting them. Very fun weapon, though. I'm someone who seeks challenge, and the fact that the axe has an inferior version, it's pleasing to me. It's the axe on hard mode, pretty much. That's the way to describe it. Where it sacrifices its range for slightly more speed. But objectively, the axe is definitely the scarier weapon, because range is a very important part of this game. Especially for your sweaty 1v1s. Like, of course, any weapon can do good in a crowded environment where you can just walk around hitting people right in the back. But in sweaty engagements against 1 or 2 players, who especially those who know what they're doing, if you're not able to reach them and they're able to just keep you at bay and prod you to death, then you're not going to have a fun time. And that's why we have secondaries. This is a secondary weapon. Don't think of it as something else. So whenever you think about this thing's drawbacks, its negatives, just remember, it's not supposed to be a primary. It is a secondary weapon on every class except the Ambusher.
Eliminate everyone!
Do not know why I spawned in as a footman. But as a hard-hitting one-hander, it shouldn't be hard to mangle the masses, so long as you have a bit of patience. Because that's the thing, that's the element that this weapon demands the most out of you. Demands you take your time. I mean, look at that special drag. That's why I love this special attack so much. Nice escape. Aww. Did I dismember that person? Oh no, I didn't kill them at all. Excuse me. But if the hatchet doesn't interest you in any way, that's why the axe exists. There you go, throwing knife value. Crossbow. From where, dude? Dude, he's gonna shoot us both to death. Like, wake up, you idiot. Look at that, he thought that was a slash. 'Tis a fool, 2-shot. Oh, I hate that running attack a lot. With the one-handed weapons, it's really hard for me to aim. I definitely miss more of those than I land. Look at these two. I think they're friends. Wait, you're still alive? That was interesting. Oh, this sick. I used to have so much respect for you. Oh man, as you can see, I'm getting the fighting pit problem now, where multiple people are just crowding you at spawn, and you can't get anything done, especially with a short weapon like this. So this map is probably gonna suck for showing off the hatchet. Because of course you could say just don't fight people at spawn, but I mean, then what? Run to the middle and hope someone else does? Wait, you're not dead? Could have sworn that guy died, or should have died. This is definitely where the weapon is at its absolute weakest, when you're surrounded by multiple two-handed weapons. Any two-handed weapon, because every two-handed weapon is fairly long in comparison to your short one-hander. Oh man, look at this. You have no stamina. Oh my god, he's chosen. Where did you get the hatchet from? No. He must have instantly picked up a hatchet, because archers don't have two weapons. That's why you do heavy attacks after every kick. As a one-hander, yes, you can get a heavy attack after every successful kick with this thing. When you're surrounded, you gotta pick your targets. I'd say when you're surrounded, go after the two-handed weapon. If you're given a choice between a two-hander and a one-hander. Very interesting. I can catch up, because it seems there's only one or two really good players in this lobby. Yeah, this is kind of another unorthodox weapon, because it is a secondary. No, no, no. That guy's trying to cheese me or something. Unfortunate. Be ready to get bullied on your range. Someone like that, two-handed spear that's dodging away and stuff, I'm gonna have to play an entirely separate game just to get in attack range.
The leader requires only 20 more victories.
So hold your complaints. Oh. Yeah, I notice one-handed swords usually don't like getting comboed. After they take 2 hits, they usually just go ballistic. This guy isn't playing the game for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. Here you go, Chiv. Ah, what a sucky situation. Should have slashed. I'm very weary with slashing using this thing because the slashes have among the shortest range. Now, the overheads and stabs are harder to land, on average, but I just have a bigger success rate with them. I don't know why I was trying to gamble versus a Danax. That was very foolish. That was just me turning off my brain there. Get away from me. Very bad place to be. Surrounded against any type of weapon using this thing is a bad place to be. And it's never going to be easy to deal with it. Wow, I even went on the other end of him, and it still came out in time. Amazing. Again, I would not recommend ever stabbing with this thing, as it is a horrendously short axe. Among the worst things to stab with, in terms of range, damage, practicality. Oh god. Again, you see what I mean when you're surrounded with this thing? You can't just mindlessly slash people out of the way like you can with the axe. The axe has the range to clear out a bunch of people. This thing does not. Not in any way. Again, people might be so scared of you that they're just going to try to outrange you and keep backpedaling. You gotta get ready to chase. You gotta play their game. Unfortunate. This is just a hard mode weapon.
The leader needs only 10 more!
But like the pickaxe, it is very satisfying to use because of that.
How are you?
It's inferior. Look at that damage. That's ridiculous. That's killing a knight. 2 basic overheads in the back. If they don't turn around in time, that's a knight dead. Unfortunate, man. I don't even hear people running up to me. My sound is really low. As you can see by the deaths I have, I'm doing pretty good, but when there's multiple people, I'm usually just going to be the victim. Which is also why this is a perfect weapon for a class like the Ambusher. You're not supposed to be taking on multiple people. Of course, in general, I could be playing these a lot better. But I try not to sweat on this game ever, because when you start trying hard in a game like this that doesn't work, it leads to you getting very upset. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what hit me right there. I think a javelin? Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And also, I really do not like fighting pits still. This is still probably my least favorite map in the game, next to Coxwell. And I was a very sad camper when they increased the amount of tickets. Reason I recovered so fast and didn't get punished there was because I hit the wall. When you hit something, your recovery is a lot quicker. Oh my god. That's not a slash, silly. Nice overhead. Oh man, and look at this, the javelin that he doesn't even care about. Nope, not a slash. Special repulse is something you can really get away with. Because people fear one-handed weapons enough to where they usually just instantly hold block. Experienced players versus two-handers, they'll usually keep attacking until they see an action. But the one-handers, special riposte are something I do all the time. Because if anything else, it's at least a guaranteed way to get rid of a lot of stamina.
Defeat!
And again, right there, hitting 100 plus damage because that ambusher backstab bonus. It's crazy. I do wish this lobby was filled with less archers, but gotta make do. I chose to record it this time. I will deal with the problem. I think the next map is going to be fighting... Not fighting pit. tournament. Every map archers can succeed on anyway. Oh yeah, so this is gonna be amazing. Every free-for-all map is an archer's haven, if they want it to be. Excuse me. You just gotta see and cope with that. That guy's on Xbox too, so that aim assist, he is not missing anyone if he wants to. Crazy that the man-at-arms gets things like the mace and the axe as secondaries. You got the knife, the short sword, yeah, those are secondaries, and then you get those two primary weapons. It's so weird. Man-at-arms has a really funny arsenal. Especially because he gets two identical weapons. Apparently the Morningstar is a primary and the mace is a secondary, but they're the exact same freaking weapon. But I went over that a couple of episodes.
Prove yourself as the best fighter
so I will
in
not
the
complain
land.
about it.
Eliminate everyone!
Excuse me. Alright, see what we can do. Let me try to use this thing in first person more. I'm not sure what happened to my counter slash. Very, very interesting. Thank you, sir. I guess I input a counter slash, but nothing came out. Mistakes happen. Hello, Ocean Man. I will gamble. Oh shoot, he spawned right next to me. Spawned right next to me. Okay, so this is a much more manageable free-for-all now, unless, like, 3 people are the archer. Of course, Victorious, he's gonna stay on the archer the whole time. Are you playing the game now? You weren't before. Oh man, I hate this. On differing elevations. That's why I let her hit me so many times. I knew I had to climb up a damn hill. Very annoying. I know he sees me. Again, because this is a one-hander, get disrespectful as you must. As you should. Ready for 2 slashes? Of course not.
No. This won't be the first time I put my sword into a member of your family.
No. Oh, nice overhead. Excuse me. That special is also really good at closing the distance that you need to gain with this weapon. That's another reason why I use it so much.
All good things to you.
What are you doing? Oh god, we do not want to have a two-handed spear at our external like this. Ooh. Nice. That was a very nice feint. Yeah, one-handed weapons aren't the most interesting to make videos on because they all have the exact same moveset, with the exception of the one-handed spears. Wow. What are you doing? Aww. I turned my camera off him and then I got effed up.
Why not? Wages are good. I've had worse ideas.
Come on, all I do is overheads. What's up? What are You gonna let me keep doing this to you? Oh man, look at this. Look how he's still looking at me, too. Oh man, you cannot let yourself get whiff punished fighting this thing.
The leader requires only 20 more victories.
What a shameful miss. This is just a weird lobby now. Play the game.
I could kill you with my feet.
You do have 2 hatchets on this class. Oh god. No, okay. I feel like there's a silent meeting going on in a PC chat or something where people are banding together against me, because this is very awkward with how little attacks are being thrown. But let me not assume such grandiose things. Yeah, someone like this who I know is going to dodge a lot, I'm definitely staying in third person. Because in first person, that's prone to her dodging off my camera. Gambling with a messer. Do you know what I mean? That dodging is trying to abuse my range, and probably just general fear of the one-handed weapon. Look at those numbers, just for basic attacks. Okay. Every time. Jesus. Didn't even make a impact sound. I'd be down for 2v2s if this was an empty enough lobby, but I mean, this is full of random people. Very interesting. This is definitely one of the most awkward free-for-all lobbies I've been in. Again, two-shotting every class in the game.
Shite now.
Not even counting backstab damage. So all these two-shots you're seeing, that can be done by all classes, not just the one that I'm using that has the damage bonus.
Try not to scream. We might hack. You look like you can handle a blow. Like your mom.
As if it wasn't awkward enough with the 1 or 2 archers, there's also a group of dudes teaming. This is like special ed free-for-all. Very nice spacing. You have me all you want, you're using the heaviness. Yeah, saw that coming. You can read jabs, like any other attack. At least it's coming at me with a vengeance. That was pretty swaggy, wasn't it? Yeah, if people are idiotic and just rushing right into you, then fighting them shouldn't be the worst. The spacing game is a two-way thing, you know. Just because a weapon is short, it doesn't just mean the person can play mindlessly. That also means they shouldn't get close to you. He's in a dodge. He's in a dodge. Aw, man. Even reading the dodge, see? It's short. It's short, and that's why I'm doing so many specials. It's a great way to track. It has great range and nice forward momentum. And it comes from such a nice angle. overall, that special attack is just really hard to miss. That is the one-handed blunt slash chop special. Oh man, look at how I'm just abusing this man here.
And the leader is
because I know how he plays.
That's a whole bag of gold. I've never had more.
He wouldn't do it. I think he's about to do.
The kill leader is near victory.
I've had worse ideas. If I'd known this won't be. Is that your mother? Try not to scared. God, your mom is known as the Queen of Sheaves. She handles so many swords at once. Ow!
There you go, sick. I'll probably be able to bang out 2 more of this nice weapon. So the biggest takeaways from this thing is it is a secondary weapon, first and foremost. There is an objectively better weapon than this, and it's called the axe. This is a weapon you use in dire constraints, or if you're in ambush.
Victory!
How's the lad? The Merrick! Follow! Follow me! Forward! Forward! Onward! Clear the forward! Come on! Come on! Come on! Onward!
But despite it being a secondary, it can demand respect. You just have to play harder with it. Play more efficiently with it. Let me watch my wordplay here. And I'm sorry if this one seems a lot more low-octane than some of my other ones where I'm quite loud and talking a lot. But it is, you know, 7 o'clock in the evening. I'm trying to get this video out the way so I can finally play that stupid Marvel's Avengers game, because every single time I go on the main menu of that game, I immediately close application, because I'm like, damn, I really just installed this. It's free with Game Pass, by the way. No, I did not buy that game. But I will have to unfortunately try it out, because now it's free. So, me banging out this video is going to help me get over this, so I can just bite the bullet and play that trash. I know all about games like that. I played Fortnite Save the World. None of them are good. Excuse me.
Brothers, fight for Agatha in the tournament!
But yeah, with weapons like these, you just gotta play a lot more deliberate. Oh man, this is very annoying. Yeah, would have gotten killed by that crossbow anyway. Yeah, calm that nonsense down. Just make sure you're not missing attacks. That's the worst thing you could do with this weapon, is miss your swings. Wow, that went right around my shoulder. If you're the ambusher, definitely use those throwing knives more than I've been using them. Use a lot of jabs and use even more specials. That's gonna hurt. Oh, that guy's dead. He killed him. Excuse me. Didn't realize he was that low. Throwing knives, aren't they fun? I'm sure this player is enjoying my presence. Who shot that? I do overheads, dude, not slashes. Don't be such a fool. As it is a one-hander, do not forget. I mean, shields are there. Use them. I'll take a nice 20 damage jabbing shield, though. Look at that damage. Wow. What an unfortunate path to walk into. Yeah, be very careful about starting fights, because you're short range. Know when you can take those gambles, whip out those specials, whip out those jabs, keep the pressure up. Don't let people get away from you. Your job is to be the harasser, constantly being in people's faces and not giving them any breathing room. Make people want to jab you. Force people to use that mechanic to get you away from them. Alright, let's not be stupid and let him kill both of us. I wanted to walk right by him because that's the only conclusion, dude. Yeah, look. You saw I got shot to death, so what do you think is going to happen to you? Oh, I thought he was going to rip up that stab. That's why you do the special. That is exactly why. It has the perfect amount of wind-up with the perfect amount of everything else. Dude, all I do is overheads. I don't know why they keep catching people so consistently. Even when they run into me, constantly, non-stop, and I do the same thing, they still don't do any counter overheads. Or just block. You know, don't go for the counter attack. You get hit like that because you're going for counters instead of just blocking. Oh, very nice. Very nice. That's why I use third person, so I know what the hell he's doing when I'm not looking at him. Due to this weapon's short-range nature and how easy it is to abuse, I would advise you to almost always be in third person while using this thing. If you're having a hard time aiming because of that third person perspective, then oh, very nice. That was very nice. If you're having a hard time aiming those attacks, then adapt. Oh god, the War Club. Someone who knows what they're doing with the War Club can very easily bully you into submission. I did not mean to do the downwards. I did not mean to do the downwards kick there. That was very nice. That was horrendously timed by me. That was pretty much the perfect time for him to wind up, and the complete opposite for me. I deserved every bit of that special. Look at how this dude's trying to team up with everyone or something. It's so lame. Just fight. Play free-for-all. Also, you gotta do a lot of heavies. I'm not just doing heavies because it's a one-hander and people probably aren't going to counterattack me. I'm doing it because I need to chase people down. The spacing game is crucial with this thing. Both fighting and fighting against it. Hoffman. Look at that. Okay.
Many thanks. You look, this won't be the first time I trust my sword to a member of your family.
Oh, I tried to excel that to hell and back. Still wasn't quick enough. Whoa, why are you sliding?
A warrior is near victory.
Okay. Can't say I've ever crouch dodged a kick, by the way. That was interesting.
Victory!
How goes it? Let us go this way. Let us go this way.
I find it fascinating. They're still hell-bent on kicking that archer, but not me.
I'm here to fight.
Only people that get kicked in free-for-all are first-place players. Alright, so this next one's going to be the last one. It's unfortunately going to go back to the courtyard map, where Victorious can lay waste to all of us with his beloved crossbow, but still, he doesn't deserve to be kicked. Just adapt, equip a shield, and jump him as a collective lobby. But yeah, the hatchet is definitely a fun weapon for those that are seeking challenge, and those that are ready to learn the game. That's another thing I should mention. I should stop mentioning things 50 minutes deep into the video. If you want to learn mechanics of this game, like spacing, how to respect initiative, how to gamble and stuff, use these harder weapons. They force you to play differently. A lot of these easier weapons, like the one-handed sword, the glaive, the messer, they're very easy for turning off your brain and doing simple things that will garner you success. But if you really want to master these mechanics, use these unorthodox weapons. These weapons that have a lot of drawbacks. These weapons that have superior versions. Because they force you to play better to succeed. The harder you have to play, the better you'll become as a player. Unless, of course, you're one of the grown individuals who still throws controllers at walls and punches holes in them and stuff. In which case,
prove yourself as the best fighter
seek
in the
God.
land. Eliminate everyone.
Should never be that serious. Catch me dead, putting holes in my wall.
We might typically. Your mum is good. We might actually be brothers, you know.
Very nice turnaround.
God, a pain!
That was pretty nutty. I'm surprised I didn't decapitate him. Usually a throwing knife kill, headshot, decapitates. Oh! And look at those two, they're trying to team. God, why? There you go. There you go. There you go. I did a counter slash, but nothing came out again. Something's wrong with my input. After that, I just turned off my brain. Interesting. Oh man. Okay. So long as he's not bullying me at a different elevation. Look, you guys can't even jump.
What?
Interesting feint. Unfortunate miss.
About you? How's the lad? That was the duck.
Nice excel. Read that feint though. And if you know someone's gonna feint, that's why you gamble. Nice stab. Oh man. Duh. Damn it. Got stuck. You can definitely see why some people jump, right? You usually not the best of players. Yeah, I don't want to get caught and spawned by a bunch of nonsense. Interesting idea. My turn. No. That's a special, sir. Riposte specials, man. They're such a great part of one-handers. That's a maneuver you cannot do with two-handers. Seldom. No.
Are you having fun yet?
The leader requires only 20 more victories.
Also great bait. Oh god, I do not want to be in between an Executioner's Axe and a War Club. I'll tell you what. That's not a slash, sir. What are you doing?
Ouch! You're a class.
Very nice. He's gonna jab me back. Damn it! I read it, but I didn't follow up in time. Damn, very nice play. It's good to have someone that's good in this lobby, you know? What the hell? I don't get some people. I mean, what do you reckon? People that play like that, I mean, are they old people? Toddlers? What causes someone to maneuver in that way? Freaking blocks my jab. God, I hate having my jabs blocked. Because that tells me I did nothing wrong. But that's how the game goes. Pause, give you blocking, so that way getting jumped is not a guaranteed death. Another reason to use first person is because you're playing the ambusher. Extremely short weapons, throwing knives. Accuracy is key. It's easier to aim in first person.
That grabbed me by the back.
What's wrong with this guy? I'm just gonna... I mean, yeah. Savagely owned that noob. Again, special attack, that's why you do it. Any other attack you would have dodged right out of range, but because of that beautiful angle of the special...
That was the
Jab me. Jab me.
That hurt like the devil.
Okay. Don't know if he knows what the jab does.
Now I've seen it all. Outside of the brothel.
The guy I just killed initiated that vote. Interesting that that guy's canceling attacks from neutral. He's doing this. It's very weird. That's that would work if this was Chiv 1 or Mordhau, but it's not. No. Ah, unfortunately, I was successfully vote to kick for my own video. What a perfect ending. So again, I thank you for watching. That was a strong hour of the Hatchet, and unfortunately, I mean, it's so powerful of a weapon that you will be kicked from your free-for-all matches. I hope you enjoyed, despite my energy not being the highest. I'm going to go suffer on a much better and more polished game, I assume. It is a AAA production, after all. Yes, I hope you enjoyed. Restock before you head out.